Imagine that you are sitting at a cafe or a restaurant or a library. I don't know if people still go to the library, but some place where people meet other people. You might be in a space like that right now. So imagine there's somebody next to you. Maybe they're cute, maybe not. They're just a human being. And you start talking and they ask your name, you ask their name. What is the next question that you would ask them? We're jumping into the deep end this morning. Happy Monday. Welcome back to the one and only Room for Sunshine. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Week number 3. It's crazy, but we are here. I don't know. The idea of Monday is great for me because there's just so much possibility. Anything's possible all the time, but it's really that way. Sometimes on Monday, you're like, I can take over the world. So I hope you do, if that's your goal. I hope you had a nice weekend. And yeah, here I am reflecting. I've been reflecting on my life in Bali, and part of that is because I miss LA, and I also don't miss LA, but I have just been in this reflective period where I'm kind of like, holy shit, I've lived on a tropical island for over a year and a half. I don't know how that happened, and this podcast is helping me do that. So thank you for being a part of my journey of, I don't know, I already had the quarter life crisis, so I don't know what this counts as, just life reflection. Maybe that's what you do. You just get older and you just reminisce on the good old days. But in this process of thinking and consideration, I have been reflecting upon the fact that when I lived in LA, and honestly, this, I'm not exempt of this now, but it's especially relevant in big cities like LA and New York. The question that everyone asks, almost a numb reaction to meeting another human, is, what do you do? Oh, I hate this question. I don't hate it, but I hate that it's the first question we ask people to get to know people. Because I have never been somebody who believes that any one human being is defined by their job and what they do and the way that they make a living. And you can love your job. If you're one of those people who loves what they do, that's amazing. I'm so happy that you have that in your life. I feel very grateful that I love what I do. And I am not defined by that career. And I have a particular emotional reaction to this because I've always been someone who had a lot of jobs. I've worked in sales, I've worked in marketing, I've worked in film and entertainment, I've worked as an actress, I'm hosting my second podcast, I'm a yoga teacher by day, I've been a waitress, I've been a camp counselor. You name it, I've done a lot of it. And so when I think about someone that's trying to get to know me, what I do is not relevant to the human that I am. It'll give you information about me and about how I spend most of my time. But I think it's a question that we need to all pause and reflect on. And the reason that I want us to just pay attention to this is not because we're going to be able to go out there and change society, but because it's a really useful way to start considering, how do we value and get to know the people that we meet on a daily basis? Because if we are valuing someone's worth over their job, we're creating unnecessary resistance potentially between us and them. If somebody is sitting next to you and you think they're so cute, and in your head you're like, oh, they work for a tech company, and then they tell you that they're a school teacher, does your opinion of them change? Does your desire to want to connect with them change? And it could go either way. You could be like, thank God they're a school teacher, they have a huge heart. I'm in. Or it could be the other way of, ooh, that means they don't make a ton of money, like not worth my time. One of my favorite things about the people here is because people are coming from all around the world and work jobs just to make money to live, there is less reliance on that question as a way to get to know somebody. So when I sit down with somebody now, I love if that's like the 10th question that we get to. If we can get through all of these conversations about what inspires you as a human being, what excites you, where have you been, what's your hopes and dreams, rather than, hi, my name's Alyssa and I am a yoga teacher. That's not fun. That's not a way to genuinely understand the essence of who this person is. So this morning, we're sticking really simple. Don't ask that question this week if you can help it. If you can help it, don't let it be at least the first, second, or third question that you ask somebody when you meet them. And maybe you notice that in not focusing on the doing, what do, you actually get to know the person in a more intimate, meaningful way. And again, this is not knocking the fact that people should be very proud of their careers. One of my best friends just got a promotion. I am so proud of her. She loves what she does. I love that she loves what she does. And if I were to describe the characteristics of that person, I would not use her job as her defining qualities. And I wouldn't want someone to use my job as my defining qualities. So why are we caring right away upon first impression what somebody does to make a paycheck, rather than asking, hey, like, what lights you up? What makes you smile? What is something you have always wanted to do but never could? And in doing this exercise, you might even start to reflect on, for yourself, what are the things that make you tick? What are the things that you would want someone to ask you on a first date outside of your job? We are so programmed to sit and talk about work, and what do you do? And this is a way of us reflecting not only on how we learn about other people, but also how we learn about ourselves. And if you're someone who does really find a lot of their defining characteristics in their job, why don't you peel back and go, what are those defining characteristics? Because I promise you, it's not your high-paying job that makes you a determined person. And you are not a loyal employee just because you're that person at work. You're probably a loyal person in life. You're probably a loyal friend and a loyal family member. And then by doing this, one, we can hopefully start to move away from that silly question as a society. And two, we can actually start to look into, how do we connect with other beings? What do we want to learn about other beings? And how do we do that authentically? How do we learn about ourselves authentically? So what do you do is banned. It's a banned question for the week. And see how it goes. It might work, it might not. And I would encourage you, if you want to just reflect or journal, for those of my journal people out there, I see you. Journal about what are the qualities that make you you, and what would you want someone to know about you upon first meeting you that has nothing to do with the way you make money. That's the task. And now, while I have you for this last few moments, I just want to say again, huge thank you to everyone that's been listening. If you don't already, follow Room for Sunshine on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're everywhere. And I'd love to hear from you. So as you go about the week, share, comment on our posts, like things, download episodes if you like the episode, give us a 5-star rating if you like the episode. And I hope you have a really awesome week. I'll see you for the Sunset Chat Thursday. Whether it is raining or sunny, I am wishing you a beautiful sunshine day. That's it from me on Room for Sunshine.